What's up, people? So we're back with another video. Hope you all been staying safe and staying free and having a good start to the week. Now this one that I'm bringing to you all today is all about prison screws. So let's get into it. So for the majority of prisoners do act and think that the prison screws are like police. Now the ones that are jobs worths are police. They act and move, militant, and they don't take no nonsense, and they're jobs worths. That's what we call them. Now, the ones that are cool, that are just laid back to do their job just about and let you do what you do as long as you're doing what they tell you to do. They cool. They don't care what you're getting up to and what you're doing on the wing. Now, with going into prison, once you get past the intake and you go to touch any wing, that's when you're at the desk and you see the screws are there looking on the computer and so forth. That's because they're deciding where to put you. So when you come into prison and you come with a certain demeanor, with a certain walk, or you're talking to them a certain way, or you think you're bad, or whatever it is, or you've had some altercation with them in the past, then just know when it's time to put you, back on a wing, first time in a cell with someone, they have the choice, to be able to choose exactly where you go. So they can put you in with a crackhead, they could put you in with someone you don't like, so really they do have the powers from that get-go to where they are observing your body language. So if you're a crackhead, they're putting you in with a crackhead more time. And there will be times where man that don't take crack or heroin will have to be locked up with a crackhead because there's no choice. Now, yes, you can jump and switch cells as people did in my second prison, to where you can wait until you're on the wing for a couple of days and then just jump in another man's cell and just switch. Now when it comes to the prison screws, politeness will get you so far inside the prison. The prisoners, I don't think, even kind of understood where everything was getting done for me. As they were saying, bro, they're doing everything for you, there and then. And it was this one female screw, and they used to say that's because she liked you. And I always used to call her Miss. And even if there was a job's worth, I always used to say, boss. You get what I'm saying? So now, what throws the screws off inside a prison is when they have someone that they would expect to come with a stinking attitude and speak to them a certain way. I'm speaking to them polite, and all that did was throw them off, and they couldn't understand how, I was being polite, because these are the same people that if I get into a madness to, just know that they're gonna play with your visitations, they're gonna leave you to be the last one to get let out during rec time. There's so many things that they can do. I observed that once when I was inside a prison, to understand, to go, that's not the road you want to go down. Now, with the screws inside a prison, if you think you've got one up on the prison screw, you got another thing coming, because when you think, you're gonna go and see that visitation that you had booked, that ain't booked, and they're telling you, nah, it's not down, you've been taken off and it's been given to someone else, or to where you're left up in a cell to where you're supposed to go to work or education, there's so many things that they can do that you will come to understand that, them man really do kind of control you in prison to a point. Now, the cool screws, like I said, they will let you do whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to take drugs, they don't care, because more time, when they tell you it's bang up time, you're going behind that cell door. There's no ifs or buts about it. So if you're doing your badness and you're selling drugs or whatever it is you're doing on the wing, they don't care. They're laid back because they're there just about to let you into the cells, bang you up and lock the gates and do their job. Now, when it comes to, the communication with a screw, the way you treat them is the way they're going to treat you. As they're working inside of that prison, as much as you're doing your time inside there, they're there every day, 3-4 times out of the week on 12-hour shifts, and they're spending more time inside the prison than what they're doing outside, on with the loved ones. Now, when I'm saying to you that politeness will go a very long way by, just saying boss, miss, that will get you a long way inside a prison, instead of coming on some, you know, bad man gangster tip of how you're this bad man, and otherwise they're going to show you otherwise, that you think you're in control. They're only letting you being in control of the wing because they let you, not because, you know, you're overpowering and you're just this big gangster. If the screw or the screws let a man run a wing, that's because they're letting a man run the wing, and they know that there's no problems or a few minor problems, and it makes their life easier. They don't care. But when it comes to the job's worth, like I said, they're like police. They're going to make sure everyone's doing everything by the book. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Do drop a comment, stay safe, hit the subscribe button as well for me, and stay free.